about this dream I had last night. And what I get from it is that Esau is getting ready to show his perpetual hatred to Jacob. You know, and I'm not one to really have many dreams. You know, especially some that I can make, or that I can make some type of spiritual sense of. You know, I've had dreams where it's, you know, like, what the fuck am I dreaming about that for? You know, but this particular dream, it was a little different than the usual type of dreams I've had. You know, when it basically showed Esau you know, with that hatred that he once had, you know, here in America for Jake, you know, Jim Crow era type hatred. You know, the hatred to where you be walking to school, you know, and Edomites would be following you, you know, and they'd, you know, chase you and tie you up behind a truck or something and drag you, and then you be found hanging from a tree by the end of the school day type hatred. This was the type of hatred, you know, that I felt in the dream from these Idumeans, you know. But anyway, you know, just to jump in the dream, it was like, if you want to call it like a youth bus, you know, maybe a you know, family of Jakes, and obviously I was a part of it. And for some odd reason, Denzel Washington he was in the dream. I don't know why, but he was there. But basically, we were dropped off at this gymnasium. We were going to play basketball. Everybody was a Jake. And when we get into the gymnasium, oh, and by the way, it was like we were dropped off by like Big Mama. You know, everybody's grandmother. Everybody know who Big Mama is. If you know, if you a Jake, you know, no matter what tribe, everybody has, you know, Big Mama or Grandmama or your, you know, the grandmother that took care of everybody. Anyway, she was driving the bus to drop us off at this gymnasium to play basketball. So she dropped us off, and when we get into the gym, you know, we were all excited. You know, Jake talking, you know how Jake get, you know, talking mess to each other to, you know, we're getting ready to play ball. I'm about to, you know how that go. But when we get in there, it was nothing but Edomites. You know, and once we got in there, you know, all eyes was on us. But it was a court open. Wasn't nobody playing on this particular court. So this is the court we went to. And when we went to the court, I guess it was the, you know, the I don't want to call him a janitor, but the guy in charge, you know, of making sure everything ran smoothly. He was an Edomite, of course. And I remember him telling us, oh, y'all can't play here, you know. And he had that, you know, that hatred when he was telling us. And we was like, why not? It's an open court. He was like, because, you know, y'all just can't play here. You know, I don't know if he said we don't want your kind or something, but he basically made it clear that you guys can't play, these guys can't play in here. So we said, man, the hell with that. We were playing anyway. So what he did is he raised the court up. You know, he went to the wall. I don't know if you ever played ball in the gymnasium. It's a spot in the gym where they have put the key in the wall and they're able to control and lift up the rim. You know, lift it up to the ceiling. And that's what he did. You know, we were getting mad. We got mad and we was, calling them, racist and this, that, and the third. And meanwhile, the other Edomites that was on the court, they continued to play. And I remember, they was kicking us out. And as we were leaving, their ball had rolled, towards us leaving the gate. And I remember I picked it up and I was getting ready to throw it at one of them Edomites, real hard. And one of the Jakes that was with me, he was like, nah, don't do that, don't do that. In my mind, I was like, man, the hell with these crackers. So I just threw it over there. And so we leave the gym. And right as we get outside, Big Mama was pulling up in the bus. And so I was getting ready to go. I'm going to the bus. And in my mind, I knew something was getting ready to happen. So when I get to the bus, the door of the bus, Big Mama, she was coming to the, the entrance to basically greet us. And when she opened the door, I remember as soon as she opened the door, and I'm guessing it had to be gasoline poured all over her. And then I just I knew something was about to happen crazy. So I ran away. It was damn near like a movie. Like in the movies when, you realize a bomb is getting ready to go off or something and you run away. And that's basically what happened. She was covered in, I would presume it was gasoline. And when she came to the door, she was happy to see us all, pick us up. You know how Big Mama was. Wanted to see, if we enjoyed ourselves and this, that, and the third. And so she came to the door, and as soon as the doors of the bus opened, and she was in the doorway, a bunch of gasoline just started pouring on top of her. And when I saw that, I ran away. And as I was running, the bus blew up. And I remember after the bus blew up, you could see certain parts of her body spread out. I specifically remember seeing her head. And I woke up. And I was thinking about, what the hell am I dreaming? What was that? And the only thing I can make sense of is that Esau is getting ready to start showing his hatred for Jake. Like blatant hatred, as he used to do during the Jim Crow era. Like I said, when Jake used to be found the next morning hanging from trees, beat to death, all from going, simple things like going to the store just to get some butter and don't make it home, but the next morning he be found hanging from a tree type hatred. That's the only thing I can make sense of what this dream meant and why I had a dream like that. I've never had that type of dream. to where these Edomites was showing so much hatred. You know, so, you know, through the spirit, we could be entering into that time to where Esau is getting ready to start showing their horns. And not just the, you know, the government, but these regular Edomites. Like during the time of Katrina, you know, when society has shut down there for those, for that week or so, when the Edomites were saying anything darker than the brown paper bag is getting shot, you know, that type of hatred, where Esau is going to start to show his true colors, all right? You know, that's the only sense I can make of the dream. And who knows, maybe I ate a bad sandwich or something. But like I said, I've never had a dream, you know, in the dream to where Edomites was showing so much hatred, you know. So we get a couple scriptures. And, you know, that'll basically be it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 25, verse 19. It says, "Consider mine enemies, for they are many." All right? And our true enemy is Esau, Edom. All right? That's our enemy, man. All the other nations are our enemies. Excuse me, to the nation of Israel. But our number one enemy, all right, is Esau, Edom. Okay? He has set up this society to show you that he's your enemy. Okay? It says, Psalms 25:19 again, it says, "Consider mine enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred." And that's what Esau hates Israelites, man. All right? This hatred goes all the way back to the beginning. Okay? Like the scriptures tell you when in Romans the 9th chapter, matter of fact, let me get that. Let me read that, because this is exactly the type of hatred Esau was displaying in this dream, and it was wild. But the crazy part about it, man, I had the spirit of fuck them too. You know, unlike everybody else I was with. And it wasn't like I was with brothers or anything. It was kind of like a family thing. And I don't know why the hell Denzel was there, but the nigga was in the dream, man. And I ain't watching no Denzel Washington movie or nothing. But this is the book of Romans, the 9th chapter. And starting at starting at verse 11. Get straight to the point. It says, "For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." Okay? What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. For he saith to Moses, "I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion." Okay? And the Most High loves Jacob, the Israelites, man, not Esau. Okay? And pursuing to the hatred Esau has for us, because of that, this is the type of hatred I felt in that dream. Now let me go to Genesis. get the better when Esau said that he will slay his brother Jacob. Okay. Let me get that real quick. Genesis, the 27th chapter. You know, and this is the reason Esau has that perpetual hatred towards us. Okay? Genesis 27:36. Now, if you know the history of it, this is, you know, after Jacob supplanted Esau for the birthright. Okay? Genesis 27:36, and it says, and he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved the blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and with wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? Okay? And this is what Esau is still to this day furious about. Okay? Still to this day, 2020 AD 2023. All right? This is what the whole WEF is all about. Enslaving. Mainly they want to put in slavery and chip up the Israelites, but they're gonna do the whole world. All right, because of the birthright. They want to establish their own kingdom of heaven on planet Earth, because the Heavenly Father didn't choose them to give them the kingdom. Okay, so this is why. All right, because we were promised it. Jumping down to verse 41, it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. You know, you see Jake all on TV, or not TV, social media, and they wonder why these so-called white people hate them, why they've done what they've done to them, you know, throughout history. All right, it all goes back to the scriptures. All right, it all goes back to the scriptures why this man does what he does to you. All right, because it was embedded in him. All right, even going back to the garden. Okay, verse 41 again, it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right, and that's why he's been doing you the way he's been doing you. All right, that go for all the tribes. You know, throughout history, this is why he's had that perpetual hatred towards you. Okay, so let's go back. And like I said, in the dream, you felt the hatred from these devils. They didn't shy away from it. You know, like going back to the Jim Crow era. You know, where, you know, like when you watch the movie Life, you know, when they went into the little coffee shop and she told him, how about I make you into a nigger pie? This was the type of hatred Esau was displaying in this dream, man. Okay? Going back, this is Psalms 109:3. It says, they compassed me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause. Okay? You know, Jake, you want to know why these white people hate you, so-called white people? You know why you went through what you've gone through? You got to return to the Father, and you will understand why. Okay, and you'll know how to move around this damn devil. Okay. Let's go to Psalms 139. Starting at, this is our king, King David. Psalms 139 and 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O power. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. Okay? And that's Esau. He's a bloody man. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? Okay? And they constantly show that they hate the Most High. All right? Within all that, what they're doing in society right now, you don't hear nothing about the Most High except that he's dead. That's what these devils are saying. You know, we don't need the Most High. Our technology is going to, you know, we going to be like the Most High. Okay? It says, Salakia, verse 21, do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Okay? So King David looked at Esau as the enemy, man. Yet Jake, here today, you've been so conditioned in this Western society that you look at Esau as your you know, like he don't hate you, man. When he constantly showing you that he hates you, constantly. You know, and like I said, in this dream, you felt, you know, the way these Edomites was looking, you know, the way they were talking. You know what I'm saying? You knew that they hated you and they hated your guts, man. All right? Get a couple more scriptures. And I believe they gonna we coming into the time to where that hatred is getting ready to be displayed. All right? Esau is getting ready to show you why he's the devil. Okay? Let them, because they've been talking about the EMP killing all the power. Once all the power go out, they're gonna start offing you jakes. You know, like in that movie, The Purge. I believe it was The Purge Anarchy. You know, where the mercenaries came in and they had white power on their mask and this, that, and the third. You know, well, they're going to get that opportunity to pour out that hatred that they have for you, man. See, they can't do it right now because of, you know, law is still intact. You know, there's still somewhat of law and order in society. You know, they constantly showing Jake on the news doing these smash and grabs. Okay? It's going to come a time to where one of these young niggas that's doing these smash and grabs, you're going to have an Edomite blow your whole back out. Okay? Blow your whole back out. Okay? This is the type of time we living in. And he going to be justified because you robbing every goddamn thing. Okay? The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. end it on this. So I believe traffic finna start picking up. This is the book of Ezekiel. And this is the prophecy against Mount Seir. Chapter 35, verse 1, it says, Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Okay? Mount Seir represents Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right? This is the only place the Heavenly Father gave him to inhabit, but he's all over the planet Earth, all right? He's all in our land, proclaiming to be us. You know, he's in Africa. You know, he's everywhere. Egypt. You know, he has control of the whole earth, which goes back to the blessing that Isaac gave him. Okay? It says, And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Right? Because you know, we were punished, but this damn devil went overboard with the punishment. And like I said, in this dream, Big Mama, you know, she was an older so-called black woman. And this man blew up the bus she was driving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, this was a dream, but this is the type of shit Esau has done. You know? And he's getting ready to start doing the most hatred type shit to Jake once again. All right? To where you ain't gonna doubt in your mind that this man hates you. You won't have a doubt in your mind that this is the devil, the type of shit that this man is getting ready to start doing. All right? I'm gonna read that verse again. Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. All right? And when you look up that word perpetual, let's look it up real quick. The Hebrew word for perpetual, all right, which means Ilawam, Iwalam, all right, which means long duration, antiquity, forever, everlasting, evermore, perpetual. All right, old, ancient. All right, and that's what his hatred goes back to. It's an ancient hatred. All right, this is why I read Genesis, the 27th chapter. Okay, where Genesis 27:41, where he said, "The days of mourning for my father at hand, and then will I slay my brother Jacob." Okay, this man has had hatred for the children of Israel since the beginning. Okay, it's an ancient hatred that this man has for us. It says forever, always, continuous existence. All right, indefinite or unending future, eternity. All right, and this is what it is. All right, and a lot of you Jakes are getting ready to find that out the hard way. Okay, so let's go back to Ezekiel 35:5. because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Okay, so this time when Esau get to displaying that hatred, Jake is going to go right back at Adam with that hatred, because the Most High is going to set this thing up to where it's going to be nothing but bloodshed in the planet Earth, man. Right? And Esau is getting ready to start showing that type of hatred. Like I said, I'm not one, I don't have dreams much, you know. Rarely do I have dreams. And this was kind of like a weird, but not so weird type of dream. You know, it just showed the hatred that these Edomites have for Israel, man. You know? And I believe we in that time, especially being a month away, or less than a month away from the Passover, all right? In the hopeful year that all prophecy come to pass, this man is going to show his hatred that he truly has for you, Jake. And it's going to be a lot of bloodshed, man. You know? So I'm going to end it there, Lord. Will this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Giving all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. On to the next video. Shalom.